Ole in Zavain, Chikai Ule Tun, Mani set work a real estate concept. Kami channel Tangkan Tun, he podcast kanon ni Dona kanon so itu perhi in lay chung chang niya bu in niya hianin in lay chung chang hen shat tur tam tak oma hay mi bu khat na hen kanon ti zo vek mai don lo wa episode ti ron Dona chuang chuanin lo en nge ula in chir lo bang in shat tur poi mo te kan din te kanon so Dona chuanin zo du na in nei ni pon zo na in nei ni ponin an mai comments lama kan na jak cho zel don ya he like a sira thu hi Moises ania ani hi US bank ha loan officer senior officer nia chuanin ani hi kum tam tak kan lo thoi kan lo thok lang to thin ani chuanin he lam ka sir le lama thu hi e ma ni mi zo nu la nge tan te kan tia ani po hi kum sang ni le som hi pakata tang khan loan officer mortgage loan officer aron ni ve aron thok tan ve me ka kai ni hoten kan thok to khom reng thina vo ina hianin mi puita na in sha tu ri karon soi don ni hi Moises.
Hi Lucy.
Nice to see you. Hi Thari.
Hi Lucy.
So the first questions to you Moises, so what are the main elements that we have to have before we apply for mortgage or loan, or what do we need to have the must have kan tul nge til in loan application mortgage loan application kan ti dona kan nge tu til te ani han no shil don ni.
Well, we always have to look at people's credit. That's usually the first step. We'll look at the credit.
Pakat na chuanin credit check ngai.
And then we have to look at their credit history.
And credit check mai kan and credit history po ka ngai.
So to be able to look at somebody's credit, I always have to have their full name, social security number, date of birth, address, phone number. So just basic data for the person.
Mi pring pakata credit an ve ento kan an ID te an tian ni le tha te chuan an address te an phone number te chuanin and social security number te ka ang ID and also their email address too, right? If it's
email address, that would be
email address.
But with that information, then we're going to be able to look at their credit, and that's usually a first good step, right? To look at their credit.
Kami ka step ma sa bar ni ta ni credit so en tu kan a credit ta kanin asan le niam ka alo om vele ta income ka tu shaning ka non soi lenga credit ngor en tu ka to kami te ho ka poi morning, okay?
So there's always 5 things that we're looking at. So credit is one thing, credit history. The next thing we got to look at their income. And for that, we always need to get 1 or 2 recent paychecks, and it helps us to get the last 2 years tax returns with the W-2s, and that way we can really get a good picture of their employment history and their income.
Akatumle na ka chon kai credit and angaya credit history and angaya kami credit tile credit history chung chang ngot po soi don cho athri lu to kanin ni kina detailing karon soi le nga joining credit and angaya credit history and kami zo kanin employment history ka en le ngai employment history an na to na chung chang ka en ngai ta kata kanin W2 kum hi ta join paycheck company changa lo lang na paycheck ka khata emo ka hi ta mo ngai tin ni.
Right. And then I know everybody likes to know how much can I get approved for? And that's why we look at the credit, we look at the income, then we can see what amount, what capacity do they have, how much can they really afford to pay monthly.
Kata ka na tlang pui thui na mi na kan sia cha pu ui engzang ya ka puk thei don be ta engzang ya min approve thei ti ka kan tha thei ber thina khang ho zong zong en ma sak lo chanin I lo ida ka ra I lo tang ru te mo kum khata tang I income tang ru te mo khanin he ti za ti I puk te ang ti a soi mei thei lo khang ho ka en jan bi jan pha ta ngai chin mo.
And it's easy to calculate base pay. So somebody might make a certain dollar an hour, we see how many hours they work a week. But when we look at extra income like bonuses, commission, shift differential, other extra income besides base pay, that's why we need to look back at the last 2 years, because then we can look at averages for the extra income. And it helps us if we could get sometimes like the last paycheck of every year. 2021, the last paycheck of 2022, then we really can see how the extra income they receive for the whole year and then take an average.
จนก็ตาอินแต่แค่นั้นอินดาก็ก็ตาสมปรีติเราหนอตาอัตลางปุยตัวดาก็ก็ตาสมปรีจนให้ติซาที่อันนั้นพิสูจเถียงติก็จุงไงรวดเนี่ยค่ะอติเทไหมมาเราจุกขัดปุยโมเอ็มตาจูกุมขัดช่วงอาคันโอเวอร์ไทม์ดาก็เอ็งซังเงี้ยเนี่ยโบนัสอีดงเอ็มที่อังเตจอนินข้างก็อันนั้นเบลคอมตากะคันินอันเงี้ยอีอัพรูฟนะคะแต่แค่นั้นดาก็สมปรีจุกอีหล่ออีอัพรูฟเทซาเลยอีโบนัสเขาเตอีเองเขามีอีโอเวอร์ไทม์เขาเตอันนั้นเบลคอมเบลเล่ชาหัวอีอัพรูฟเทซาอันเขาด้วยเทนี่ข้าบางคันินอัเทชาไม่ได้จนแต่แค่นั้นเอาอินกันเลยเวทตัวโดนตีริรัวกันตาตัวนี้ขจวนินกุมตัวป้าเดซ ember การตัวป้ากันเพจเช็คนุ่งแบบด่าชัดค่ะป่วยโมนี่กุมเหตุการณ์หมดแต่แค่นั้น2021นะเดซ ember ชาpaycheckนุ่งแบบเละ2020 paycheckนุ่งแบบตัวน่าจวนินกันตาตัวเราพอเรานี่ไม่เทฉันก็จะคอมพานีอดีตเลยเทชินะจนออนไลน์ล็อกอินเทอร์เน็ตจนมานี่ก็น่าดูเลยเทเอ็นเลยเทชินะจวนินละเลยเราอันนี้พออินเด็กน่ะเลยตัวอ่ะอิน ready นี่จนข้างแต่ข้าเราด่าเท้าเลยถ้าแชมป์ตัวที่ข้าอิน approval ข้าที่ข้าน่ารอนที่กายเทพาตอนนี้
Because the W-2s just show total income, but the last paycheck shows every single category of income.
ข้าตัวน่ารอนเสียงข้า W2 กันที่จนคุมข้าได้ income ข้าหมูตบไฟข้าอินอันละคอมสักหมูตบเลยมาเซฟpaycheck last paycheck ข้าจวนินเงี้ยคุมข้าจุ่มovertime เองซันเงี้ยอินในเมื่อ bonus เองซันเงี้ยอีดอนตีข้าหมูแต่ว่าข้ามีอวังข้านินเจียงแต่บิ๊กตานี่จะเอ็นดิกตัวตานข้าเนาะOkay, back to Tharis. So you do that. That could be.
ข้าป่วยหมอลุดตัวฉันสู้สังนิสมนี่เลยปัจจุกุมเราตบตาตรอกุมเราตบคันสังนิสมนี่เลยปฐุม January เรานี่จะกันเพย์สับนาเรียคันนี่กุมช่วงอินคัมส่งข้าขายเพย์สับอันอลังตัวเรา January ท้าจังอินคัมตีเจ้าข้าหลังตัววางเงิน W2 สังนิสมนี่เลยปัจนี่ตอนนั้นเราต้องสีโลวางคันเองที่กงมาอินกุมกัลตาช่วงสองคันเองสังเงี้ยอันมูดีกันทัดเทตัวเราเนี่ยข้ามีวางตักคันินสังนิสมนี่เลยปัจจุการตบลำปังการตบเบลิจู January ทัดที่เพย์อลังตัวมันไม่เทข้ามี December ทัดช่วงชิมนี่จวนนินข้ามี January สังนิสมนี่ปัจจุบัน December เองการแข่งค่ะ year to day ค่ะ regular bonus OT ช่างเป็นอะไรล่ะข้าตักคันิน W2 ลงมาเสียงยังสังเงี้ยที่ข้ากัน
Okay, so point more. Okay, back to your. I think that covered the third thing, the fourth thing.
The fourth thing is the assets, money in the bank, right? So it's important for us to know about how much money they have. We can estimate maybe other income that's coming, tax refunds, but we'd like to see, again, overall, how are they doing with their finances? And if we can see the bank statement, it can help us see how much they have and if they have sufficient. Sometimes people have 401k at work. If we can get the last 401k statement, maybe there's ways to borrow from that or other ways to get use of that money as well. But getting the bank statements helps as well so that we know they have sufficient money to get the loan approved.
Apalina John assess kan and then assess the job call tong kan sa John pain sang mu mani ina mi malthil enge kan lo nei kan ro sum ang yang chu ekinanin bank statement bank eng za nge poisa i nei ti te join 401k kan ti kha in sia ka mo na thona tanga tar huna tara poisa kan tar huna kan retire huna kum som ru panga kan lin kan chol huna kan man tur 401k poisa kha kan call ta chin ta hala ya join chen ka chon 3% call la chen ka chon 5% chen ka chon 10% te pon call te kha company la lo da cha saka alo pungka tin paycheck tang khan ten te ten alo la chena kha kuma lo tam chen sing ni thung li nga alo ne thei ni kha call nge ton na chon abik takin kami 401k in nei chon kha ss ani nang ma thil nei ani kha i poisa an chal sak thei chani bank account te kina i bank statement kha atlang pui twin in nei don chon khan hi ta an ma mo thin ta kami khan hi chungai ena khanin poisa engzan nge in nei i down payment tur adei don che em ti ang kha an en ta ani in i ma mo to ka tu sam nga ang ko lo ni ma se i nang ma be han sang tum chau lo om ta se 401k sim khat in nei join no problem han na om lo thi kha kal tuang te khang khan ni wangin 401k khan tlang mi ho tu nai ke ni atlang pui thuin kan 401k kan call to pa ange a statement an on thon hianin kan da cha chin lo usually for our community they always have when we ask them, did you have 401k? They will say, no, I don't think so, but they have it. And then when we ask them how much of it, they don't even know. So I think that it will be a good idea for them to save their 401k statement when they set it out.
Yes, and then some employers, they might have at least a website, and we can help them with how to be able to access that. The W-2s also, there's a little box that shows us how much they contributed to 401k a year. So when they provide us the W-2s, many times we know they have 401k. So we can help them with that.
Yeah, cho bangin kami 401k ka in lei nan kan man thein cho kami 401k chung chang ha claiming ko soi dua 401k hi kan retire ma kan la ani chuan te kinan apuk thei ni 401k i poisa kan nang man ipuk thei ni na to na kanin ipuk thei renga ama ro chu in lei nan ni lo te thil dang dang te ipuk ani chuanin apungin te kinan po na poisa puk na hi 5% ta ang lo ta se 401k chu 2% ang velin apung nei vele tho sigan i poisa ka ipuk ani i retirement poisa to ka paycheck ka kanin ka tin i paycheck ka kanin i rule le ni ma se in lei na if ila ni chuan te kinanin singa 401k i lo nei ani chuanin up to 50% ka azat ve thleng khanin in lei na down payment na ila thei aka apung omlo ina puk thei ka company tam taka chun ka omani ka chu engwang he ti chuanin American dream kan ti chu in nei te ka tiang te ka lo ni wang ka mi i in even nei thei na to kan company khan du ni engwang he ti chu in nei na chuanin bill in nei to a na thoa chan he mi ngai don na ka iban sam nei me don lo na kal lo ka ni om me don lo ti ka an thre ve ran company ka bang han in te nei tu ri min du ni ka bang kharin kami in nei na tur ta na i down payment atana 401k iwala ka cha apungi pe ka ngai lo ma se thatin chu i rule thawang i englo te kinan kum khachuin ka rule zawang he 401k te kinan sing khat ka lo puk ta kum khachuin ka rule zawang kum ni chung ka rule zawang ti ka agreement isayanga sign to no khala apel le te ma se apung om lo a tiang ani lo thil dang ta na ipuk ani cha apung om I was just talking about how they can use borrow the 401k and for the down payment assistance without mostly for housing down payment they don't require the interest for the rest of the thing they have to pay the for interest because it's for the retirement time
Yes.
Can I add something? So asset asset ni china kan nemi ron sui fia khanin in kan le don kan ti wangan poisa benga om poisa kan endon kan tia khan achan chuan in kan le don ten lo va thun va ka achan chuan cash ka i benga poisa zakwa vel chau kan nei tin aka nei tholom in kan le don ti mani hisapin lo va thun top ang chi ti ka cash ka ti mya lo tur nia chuanin i a poisa tamlu tu ka ngai lo an ti wanga lo lak
le
top ka chi jong lo
kami kan boy
na tawin i flow nang makal dan khan lo om top lang in i nakina kan in review huna khan in jang nge ti ka ma lak le thei jo was explaining about cash deposit and stuff
cash deposit and big lot of cash withdrawal from the I have it
It is true, not just with for me Hispanics the same thing. A lot of times we have cash at home, we don't know how to deal with it. Again, when we meet with them, we'll give them the best advice. We want to make sure that the transaction is smooth, no surprises later. So that's why it's important when we get income and their bank accounts and assets, 401k, we'll look at everything and then give them the best advice so that they can purchase the home.
Okay, that's good. Okay, so let's go to the next one.
The last thing is simply the property. The property has to be in good condition. Sometimes people see houses that are foreclosure and they really want to buy. We have to really make sure that the house, since it's the collateral, that it's going to be in good condition. And obviously people want to buy a house that's in good condition, but that's where the realtors will help also look at the condition of the home and know, financing wise, are there any repairs that need to be done for the appraisal to come back with no repair requirements? And we just want to make sure that the house has the right value and the proper condition, and we'll find out when we get the appraisal.
I think we should talk about the appraisal and inspection and the underwriter needs all those kind of things in the next podcast because it's going to be too long. I think we should just focus on the the loan process for right now. So aron so ano nung balta na aron so ka chu again in atop kami palihaw inay kimfect to ani ka chuanin loan officer he na ibakal ta he ani patnin he na ni bakal ta mo ani patni kanin lâu tí sắc tờ tờ ok nói ni là sinh ngay approve nói tum nói li approve tí chan in khai zong tan don ta ni chân khát cho in an zon na khanin in a hian in zon na hian chi sang sang oma short sale oma foreclosure oma joining the boss by kan zolo what how many kind of like mostly short sale proper sale foreclosure anything else
I think it's just a matter of
boss
I think the main thing is they don't have to worry about the property. I'm just explaining that the property has to be in good condition, and we can help them with that. That's the detail that will come in later. But just so that they know, that's what the underwriting wants to look at. The overall picture of those 5 things, so that we can get the loan approved.
Okay. So na kaman short sale te foreclosure te ka tem chu tiang te chi sang sang khang po ni kina podcast na ka don cover liang. Tam lut tuk boy ka te ti zo chin lo chu lo chu ni zo thum som rup pang chen ne ka. Tu na kaman so dia in ka ilo thang ta okay noi thum approve to noi thum man chin ka event ta ni. Ma se noi thum ni approve to kan tia ka achang join sometimes even though you let's say okay you are approved for 300,000 there's a small gap like okay like open window okay maybe 310 320 depending on the location and the you can still squeeze it and expand it right
yes because when we do a pre-approval we're having to use estimates for property taxes and an estimate for home insurance so but when you start looking at specific houses the taxes on 2 houses for 300,000 they might be different even though the price of the home is the same
yes
so that's why sometimes yes we can go a little higher it just depends on the property taxes and again if there's other solutions that we can help people with to get rid of maybe some debts or things like that then maybe we can help them get qualified for a little more
tuna kan so to ini bu ta khanin te kan noi thu mai approve te kan ti phang khanin noi thung gong mon kha ani chuang lo in a location a zirte chorin in a property tax zirte khanin in a matan khanin tlema han noi thung le sing ka mo sing ni mo han kai zoi dan te kha opta ni a property tax zir khan mo in hi te kan in ding tlang ren po property tax in ang lo kha lo opte di property tax kan ti chu lei man mo so khan ne na tak lei kan pe kan te chorin home insurance khan in thu sai le te ma in than khat chu te kinarin in ri to deu hi te kinan kan in hi noi thum man ni tai lai pon noi thum man ma se helai in chu helai in ka chu in chu kha kum som ni panga upa ni to chan helai in ka chu in chu kha kum hi la ko upa ni chan helam in ai chan helam in ka proper home insurance akrom jok don eng wange ti chanin in chu ka thara wangin in din mu a conditional thata wangin ma se overall akan akrom vek zong don kan ti na ni chuang lo ka ta khani insurance te po chung chang te po ni kina kan ron sai le zelanga eng vai nge in insurance aron proma aron kai thin tiang te po mo insurance company te den po kan nei kom lenga ka chu da thashi potila kha wang kharin claimin expand te ni kha wang kharin kan du zong tak te kina noi thum approve te min ti sia ti wangin noi thum le sing khat na lo om ta i ngoi kha en ngam lo kan om du su ti ha kan ni ka ron sai tu ta chu a property tax kharin kan ti dang lam le thei tho ti kha ni ta mo chan tu na kan sai tong kharin chỉ đang nâng các chỗ con ti sĩ long ha mi pre approval chung chang le in en chung chang kan han sai report tang kan te kami chen khat enge kami in en na chung chang a kan enge soi dui la ne
ka sabe du chu in en tur in le tur ang ru kan pu to ro ani chuanin i hey lender demo mo i bia ka eng tiang in nge tiang chi
kaloin ready
sa ready sang tia kha in prepare kha apoi mo ma tin chu me ba ka hey nu nem te po hian thil tam tak sha tan nei ta an man hina po zo a mania ti top lovina chan chu na kina thil pakhat kan ti khan thui tak kha min ti boy le vek thein china paisa cash chang te po khan se khami wang khan chuanin in tuna contract kan lo nei to ani chuanin loan process kha due date nei thap thapi thil awani wang khanin enge in le tu te po in enge responsible enge kha
response
mo purna o mani mo purna ngai poi mo in enge poi mo le kha ang kan dil chin ta kha in thon thap thap te la kha khanin process ka arang ni chuanin closing huna po dik takin kan close ya khami kha kanin kan ngai event vat kha poi mo ni chu
chuanin thil hi cái ni tlang mi ho re chu anung tol zong ati kan ni ta in kan en ma sa khamin wa chau khanin enge กันเครดิตกันว่าเช็คเตียร์ทีนั่นนี่ไอ้เงี้ยไอ้เงี้ยอะไรลิงก์โซนกันกันทีนะมานี่ดินหุ่นแค่มาสละว่าอินเวสต์ตรงปงเอ็นตบค่ะก็เชื่อป้าคนสมเนี้ยหรอกันเลยหนังนะคะไอ้ปุกเทซ่าจุกปุกเวทก็ว่ามันเสียหวังอ่ะมานี่เรียนทุเรศทีมเนี่ยนะที่กันที่ชินคันกันบ่อยทีนั่นนี่อันนี้เราค่ะกันนี่เราตัวนะกันเลยสวยตาก็ส่งก็อีกชั้นป้าจู大家可打送你老嘛些一些老人看 overtime 老托着着提，你讲咩哦？你把一讲把中大家可打送你老嘛些冇多嘛啦，先可做个不来能做行通行你老了不提，你讲一讲把中大家可打送你老啊 credit card จังหวะเวลาเลยบ้านในไลน์นั่งจน3 ทุ่มปอยเราไปได้เทข้างเด็กๆไอ้อังเราข้าฟังคันนี้อีฉันป้าฟังคันนี้กันเนี่ยนี่กันต้นฟูเนี่ยก็ฉันป้าเลยมันจุดจะซาปลูกเทสิอันที่เกเลยไม่จะซากับปลูกเทเราอย่างแบบก็มั่วจนตัวนั้นเตลนสวยต่ออาตากังคันนี้ที่อินเลยฮิตีไม่อันนี้เราอันน้อยเตลมันนี่ให้เด็กนั้นก็กดไปจูช้อปปิ้งมอลล์ก็ฟักกันละกันว่าเลยยากันนะจินะกันว่ากันดูเลยแล้วว่าเดี๋ยวจะกันว่าริชาร์ดเลยที่คันนี้กันอินจูกันดูต่อกันเตีย contract กัน sign ต่อจนนี้30 year fix นี่ต่อถ้ามีกลุ่มเล็กตัดที่ big investment ที่ตัวเขาจะครอบฟิล์มแต่ก็ไงตัวฟิล์มคูดแต่ก็เตียงไงเอง stepping เองก็ลังมาสำหรับที่ก็เชียร์แต่ไงจู่ว่าเงิน step มาสำหรับตัวจุด credit check pre approval นี่ซะตัวนักขันมอยส์สเตทลันติดยังไงอินโลบักตาข้างสมมติว่าอินโล perfect ตาอันนี้ขันโอเค you ready ต่อให้จะได้ปุ๊บต่อโลติดเทเจจุดที่เราจะ okay you're not ready yet ไอ้มีกันเคลียร์พอต่างไง credit history จุดที่อันก็อย่างนี้เอาไม่มีกันเคลียร์นะตัวนั้นจะงั้นขัดทุ่มหัวเราก็เลี้ยเราไอ้หมดขัดทุ่มหัวเราก็เลี้ยเราหมดอันเราติดเทเจนี่จุดที่เราจะเรียนข้ามี pre approval อีกทีอินไหนตัววางคันว่าอิน pre approval อินไหนนับตัวกับอินไหนง่ายตัวที่นั่นนี่เราข้ามี pre approval ข้าสรุปเช็คอินอันนู้นนี่ข้ามีค่ะโม่จอย credit card จุดอย่างที่บางสิ่งเราข้าขวาหาไม่ก็ว่า check ที่ very main ที่มันนับยัง credit ว่า check ที่พออัดจีเลยจ้วงเราอี check มันรู้ตัวกันอี credit อี point ข้าอัดละเวเลยนี่โม่ข้าฟังคันนี้ข้าอย่างเตะข้าอมตาจู่วางจวนนี้ไอ้เงี้ยข้าหันสวยดูเบิร์ตต่างจู่อี credit อีว่า check มาสางข้ามีหนูอันนี้นั่นเราถือจะโอเคอีเบงก็ปล่อยซะอมนี่อะไรเคลมถือเดี๋ยวเล็กให้วางเห็นแต่ขนาดตัวน่าสางนี่ออกมา3 ทุ่มตูรินงากรอที่เอ็มจุดเด่นมีเลย์บายเนี่ยแต่ปนเลย์บายเนี่ยมีเลย์บายพออีเนี่ยมุนตัวมาให้มุนขัดที่จุกันติบงภาษาให้มีมุนนี้จะรู้แล้วรอเซอันที่จะปอมเทตรอ
I want to add something on that one. So she's talking about like what step do you take after credit? Yeah. Okay, so tu na kan nemi so ya khanin citizen kan loan ni ta ni tro citizen kan loan ya kan ming kan thak te ani khan he ya ni he apoi mo to ka chan chu kan ming loan thak kan social la khanin credit kan han run khan ming an ang to si lawa credit score pathum kan enchina khan abo pakhatom chin ni missing score khawm ta khata ta khanin an ming kan thla re USCIS atangin le ka ming thak na kha idonga kha kol thala ngin
official name
change letter khamo khami te ID social name khan mirun penga kainin heta update turin kan thon chwa kan fax lu tanga nin an lo update khami update chung kha chang chuan an ti du lok lo chuanin no rangai ni khami wang ka te ka o thatel te ngai china khami wang khanin khati ang ming thak in omani chang khati poka malak wat angai tan ta acha chu in lei to khan due date om to se due date mau na tho ngai to wang khan khati ang te kha o ron sei kha
kan soi fia le zolin ming kan thak kianin USCIS ming kan thak ta te kinan atun ma in te kinan ram lian ni kalau ni ta tun ram lian moi class name ka moi kalau te ta ni haka amma aka credit history a song song jong ram lian ni tin kom back te sia mem ma se tu na jong ka ming ka thla ka jong ram lian moi kalau ni ta creditที่creditที่ให้มีจุ่มจ้าที่สวยต่อมาง่ายตัวก็ credit กันมันเนี่ย Best Buy credit card เต้Jessie Penny credit card เต้ Subscribe credit card เต้แต่ก็นั่นอย่าง credit เท่านี้นะอัน report นะ agency ให้นังเราอาจจะช่างอมถึงกระตุ้นมอเตอร์เลยโดนนะ credit อีว่า check เลยอินเลยโดนนะ credit check อัน check ด้านนี้อันเนี้ยเราก็เนี่ยนั่นมันก็เนี่ยถึงกระตุ้นก็ credit มอเตอร์ก็เลยโดนปนมันเนี่ยก็ check จะสรีเลยสรีเลยปังอ่ะอันนี้สร้างต่อรู้ตุกก็ credit จะทำแต่อันนี้เรา credit check อินเลยโดนนะ credit จอดดังสักแค่ไหนสวยเลยนี่ one of the 3 main credit report
Equifax,
Equifax
TransUnion,
TransUnion
and Experian.
Experience อ๋อข้ามีปทุมเตคันินอันรีพอร์ตตานี่จนกันเครดิตอันรีพอร์ตตานี่ไอ้อังเราตาแต่กันนั้น Equifax จนอีเครดิตเราสร้างไม่ใช่ TransUnion แต่กันนั้น Equifax อีเครดิตก็จะสริเรานี่ตาเส TransUnion อาจจะรุกสมงาจนอิน what's the next one Equifax TransUnion and Experience จนจะสริเราสมนี่เรานี่ตาin ileidon join I credit asang berpon latelo anyan berpon latelo alai kan la kangai e mem haka in leidon le motor leidon ka in ang lotin kami reporting agency pathuma tanga an entani kata kanin I credit ka ibing itla ko na kan kami agency pathuma kanin iping ka I-update angai I-update don kanin citizenship certificate nen official name change certificate nen I-ID nen I-social I-track nen jun current address na I-om na address I-ning tam nen ron keng bill pakat ka electric bill ni may tay tui bill ni may tay I-motor insurance kata ni may tay internet bill ni may tay kang nen kanin tifa ka what fix mo angay ni and bangay di jun credit rook in rook saki atam luto ka bitang tak an nunat chat pa tsaka ka bangin credit bureau an film ko ema kaming phone call me kaming ka thaka citizen na mi lo thak sa anti don lo kum so pong hak lan thak sa don lo te ka mo zong it pek lo janin ka ba ka ni ka ti nge to kan buai na sa to so tun ni kum chung apon pathum vel ni ka sha kan buai ka mo ming tha ka bang ka ni ming kan tha an credit check zero credit and ma credit what the credit the choose sarin ni to lo men ka an ming ka tha ka bang an ming thak na kan an update lo ka apa credit along the isa zong ka above right
And we had several clients use help because we had one that had a house and nothing on the credit report.
Yeah.
Well,
no
it's because not
updating
Correct.
their name change
Yes.
to the credit bureau report like
And it
oh
can
they
take
have
a
been
few
owning
weeks.
the home for like 4 or 5 years
Correct,
and they
making
sell the
mortgage
house
payments.
mortgage payment that is very good should have very good credit but zero credit report right
Correct,
because
because-
of the name
Because the
change.
name does not appear.
Appear
No match.
no match
So once we submit it in, it can take a few weeks. But what's most important is afterwards, the next time we pull credit, it should show all their credit trade lines with the new citizenship name change.
the last person that I work with or name change to to get on those people it takes us 6 months believe me they drive me crazy we fax we send an email we mail by the UPS overnight nothing we keep on calling and it was a nightmare so I think it will be chubangin in itla kan ni patron citizen na niya ka i-credit ka low update can you ren su ka apoy mo luto
kami credit score kan patuma lang lo chan loan khanin kan process thelo shim box ya mo kami chung kha I hun tam ta ka pai the wang khan ka in prepare chu poi mo khop mai
ka wang kan in ta chon zwan zel don anu nung hi tha mo pi tur kan an zwa ai la in pakat kan en dun te ta chon ke ni ke mani lam tan pon in hi tam de en ro poi kan te lo in dul in som po en ro in som ni po en ro apoi lo in chung kwa in nang mani ta ga he in le wang har san na theng tu ni lo wa chung kwa hin ta ka in om the to in mua in le nge ka kan du ma se kami theng to kan nang mani lama in preparation in lo in tim to sana lo in som bol sa tu ka tam to mai lai ram mai chu system ka thil kalanya adan ang ka thil kalanya ka du tia wa nga va le to pha te lo don cash in le don ni la ka kami ka mon soi jong no ka lo na poisa lak don chon le ton ni ta lo ni la don lo ila cash down don ni la kan le in thin lo ko chon khang kan ti nge ngai chon chu in noi thum chu ke ni tu pa fa lu bo ke ni pe te ma ni lo tu pa fa lu bo ke ti ke knucklehead
you understand right
No, that's okay. I'll have to.
no
if you want to get a loan that's what we have to go through if it's unless you can put down $300,000 cash unless we have to knucklehead and get the money from somewhere
Not always easy to buy cash.
so ka bang kanin lo in ready masakan om zia nei ema achun chu tam tak chu khata khani khatiang neu no an mani lama in ready lo lu tu ka athil kan han ti ta kan e po nga he be kan han ti ta an bei dong chin na ka le le lo le I boy thak me and ka out in le ka boy thak lo in prepare ve ngai lo ready what I'm saying is that sometimes when people are not preparing ahead and not getting ready when they just say, oh, I want this one suddenly, and then then when we say, oh, we need this and that and this and that, then they will be like, oh, too much troublesome, I give up. It's not too much troublesome. Everything has a system. We have to go through the normal system, and then
it makes sense because remember these loans, 30-year loans, right? It's not payback soon, it's payback in a long time. So we want to make sure there's income stability, people can afford the payments, you know what I mean? Because it's going to be for a long-term loan.
Yeah, that's so tangkanin. Hello ni kung nila ka rule to na atang between mortgage kung som to ni tama sa income in debt to income ratio in iwin nge sumrud le isunchok to a ratio kanin apha ni jon kung som panga po in contract ka isign tay kung som ni ko ni sign tay mas ti ro jon kung som to min contract ka loan ka isaya kung nga po peso tay po isay ni idu jon takto ka po powerball lottery win na powerball pa dito nakto ka po ipete mase a long time tlang to ka kung som to min ta ka bang kanin an ma ni lam bank kanin nuôi thung nuôi li nuôi nga ring ta ka pu ngam to te kan history kan an jian ve ngai ni te ya nan pai mi rin to ka ni ti ka an jian ve ngai ni I was talking about like it's 30 years long, but some people might say, oh, it's too long. It doesn't matter. You can do, if your debt to income ratio can get it, you can sign 20 years, 15 years. Even you can pay it off if you win a Powerball the next day.
Or just pay a little extra every month. Pay off sooner. Maybe you pay off in less time. In reality, most people don't keep the house for 30 years, right?
Correct.
Personally, I've already bought like 7 times. So a lot of times you stay in one home, 3, 4, 5 years later, your circumstances change. Maybe you're making more income, your family has grown, and then you're going to want to sell that one, and then whatever money you make from the profit, you put it down on the next home. So we got to make sure, that's why what's most important a lot of times is that the payment is affordable for you to pay monthly, but the amount of money that you need to put at closing is affordable for you. Many times we're going to be paying a little more for the house than we were when we were renting. So that's why we just want to make sure that the payment's affordable. You guys are going to be fine, and then there's going to be options for you later if you not think about this as like the last purchase you're making for a home.
Tuna kanon sa ta kanin in lua chon tekin nanin zariat ve ilo peta mortgage chon poisa ipuka chon zariat ai cha to zog don ma se in ilwa ho chonin tetin ibil ipeka agal me ina chonin mortgage ipeka investment angena lut ve ta ni atang pui tu in khachu aman tlak ain san kha lo ni average hen 3% tal to in hianin akum khata na amam hi kaya hen an chut dan ni ta US economic ayan khata khanin chonin cái ni chon kan long e ve dan chon he ini kan leya kan man lai cái ni tang ni ri ru ngai dat un tak taka ka chon he ini kan leya kum khwa kan in tur kan thi na tur in ne an ni lo cái ni ai tu nai ni we sang kum som pathum kan om chung po hianin in lei zuar le i an om no ni eng wang ke chon kum li nga ba kan lai chon ni we sa kan na to ya om zia nei ma kan na to azir hianin an kan in son ni chon ni we sa statistic an lak na re hian US mi pakhati ina hianin kum nga tang kum sari ba kan in pa nga hian om lowanti US ai mo mi hring re hi atlang pui thuin average hian kha lo ni ta chu kha wang khanin kha ini om khanin izor le khan leb le tura khan kan lo be se ta chai ni kai mani pon kan in be se ya pa kha ta khanin kum nga tang kum sari ve om chung khanin in apartment payment ai ka in payment ka mortgage atam de zo ma se ka ilo payment to sa angka market price increase nan ka atopa khanin tu na hanin kam ne na han sing inzor le asing dollar sing ru klem te noi khan lep te noi khle sing ni lep te dollar sing lep te an om no to ni re cha mem ka fin ma sa ni to me ka wang khanin in le hi inge poisa khol ya are ma USA chon bill kan nga ta tro thatin ka tin non du nen bill ti an choka ma se bill kan lo nei che in bill kan lo nei ta kan pet nge kan shet lo khanin alo in call lo in call vel kan han zor vele no kan ho kan call ta loi ta kan ka choin USA na tho reng ngai om reng pe lo ko ho le don cầm ra mà ảnh lâu thì ta okay that's fine họ liền tu mày họ xuân thì họ lâu chứ tu mày ba là bồi ui chân tì chân lâu chân công thì là quay lâu họ lại thì mà sẽที่หอเละดอนมาคันขายอินที่อีจอดที่อีจอดหูนาคันนี้สิ่งเอ็งจานไงเล็บดอน
Sing kat kol po haran yo. It's hard to save even 10,000 for a year, right? It's very safe. It's hard to save.
จู่บางจนขมีคัดแต่อีปอยใส่อีนี่จอดหูอีเล็บปะค่ะอีว่าหอหูนาตัวหมดดันตะกะอมเฮลนอมซิงคอ Happy birthday ลงเดียวรังกันไม่ใช่
They don't. I feel bad for you guys. You don't understand.
It's better that they
Okay. Alright.
that already know my fifth language, so
Okay.
it's okay.
Or we should just saying that like instead when you rent, you're just giving out the money and never come back.
Right.
Buying a house, even though a little bit of high interest, that's yours. You already your money's over there. And then let's say you want to sell the house again and go back to your homeland. You still have some
people say, "Oh, I don't want to buy a house. I'm not planning to go back." I said, "No, in America, no one's going to hold in your hand. Oh, please stay here.
Yeah.
You're more than welcome to go back. But when you time for you to go back, when you sell a home, you can make 40,000-50,000, and you can enjoy your life back there like a king. What the heck, right?"
Well, I can tell you, I can at least say from my own personal experience, right? Growing up with my parents, we moved 3 or 4 times by the time I was in high school, right? Because the family grew, we sold one, bought another one. And even myself, over the last years, sold a house, and we've never lost money on homes. We've always made profit, varies between one house to another. But you're right, you walk away with something, and with rent, you don't.
You walk away with your clothes and
you're hoping that you get your deposit money back.
Your pots and pans.
So that's about as much. Correct. So yeah, I think it's something to consider, right? It's hopefully it'll be a home that you like, that you enjoy, that you're more comfortable, more freedom, and then yes, if you decide to sell later, there's no restriction on when you can sell. You can sell whenever it's necessary.
Yeah, that's what the next questions that we always. Oh, I cannot sell my house for like the next 2 years, right? I was like, no, you can sell it anytime you want. It's just a matter of time that whether you will make enough profit or not if you sell it too soon,
Correct.
So to na he Moises na ron so ikaju kam no pan lai ting in hi boy tam ta kanin son to ati kan chung kwa kanon thang deula ka in nang kan son lia chung kwa kan thang deula ka kanin son lia ama pon china ron so ka ron le lo zinga ani tang ya pon in boy sari kalai to ati leya an zuara an le lian zuar lian zuar le te khanin boy khat ma katiang kati to zong zong han boy khat ma boy sa ka lo sep nei lo kom lo ti chu bai tu na po an ni po le se ti khanin lep ten te tan ma ni tan bang om hian om nge ni ma sa apan mi ho ni lo chen i thom no hak lai le i bung bel ten chen i chwa kan chen kan mai tan poi sa bang le i pek to ka chu pan men el pek kan ni me kha chen kha ni ta chonin kanin kom rei to bokan next episode ka ren kom le next episode chen loan purchase agreement in le do na zyada te chonin loan processing te chonin appraisal hi enge om zyati te chon inspection hi enge om zyati te chon final closing a enge fiat tur ti te chi chon kan process step by step in om ta ni chu wang tu na kan emphasize du back chu ber chu i credit ini le donin i credit check tir masaro nang malama in ready ro ti kha kan toy mas du ber he mi podcast mas ber tan chon he mi ni ta Moises, I think that next we need to have like continuous podcast with education. But for right now, the most important thing is before the first thing is check your credit, get yourself ready. Yeah.
We can also take some time if you want, whenever, how to establish credit, how to improve credit. What are some tips, some suggestions, so that people can, even if we look at credit, and we do this in the office, we will give them the credit advice specific for that person, right? And we can help them clean up any credit in the past if there's anything that comes up. But that's why it's important to review your credit, and then we can help them from there, specifically one-on-one, on what they can do themselves personally.
Hemi te pani kovel mission ka ria to zong zong a chuanin thin sei ber nya ge hi chu al thak se ma se ke poka tin sei be to ne ka ti be mai ni ka hemi an tin sei lu to an zai dam lu to hei tu na Moises na ron soi tong karin ai ge an pui the chu credit sia pokat ma kan shelo credit pa card to ka mangai lo ka in lo ti ani ponin credit card man chan dan tur te chuanin credit siam chan dan tur te an pui vek thei chau ni mo ka ta kani oh yeah then next one we can talk about what kind of loan like how many type like FHA in-house loan American dream conventional all those kind of things chung to an pui vek thei chau an ma ni ki in phone thei ni so Moises you want to say what's your number
Sure. You can reach me if you want to call me directly on my cell phone. It's 319-610-4127. And if you want to reach me in the office, it's 515-414-4037.
Okay.
But yeah, reach out to me. I'd be more than happy to help.
yes Tari
Okay. Chan cái bộ mình lâu về bộ rừng thế à, mình dâu in chan call trong pon, phải làm trong cái pon này xem gần bộ qua vết thế à, phía tất nhiên cho vết kia nó bul trong, in shall na lâu cái sự thế thế châu nhang khá cái tí sắc thế châu à, cho nên Indiana làm bằng in ông nhị point loan approval kha, cái này thế vết thấu, cho nên hiện nay ai watch chung sim anh nhị bộ khan nên mình lâu về bộ vết thế nhị thì khan, second number 2-515-306-9173 à, thế mình lâu về thế nhị.
cho nên hay hi single dòng line này mà còn rót tới thấu we are selling her too marketing
cho nên hay
but we have to check their bank statement first before
cho nên Lucy thế hi in lâu về bộ rừng thế à, mà nên là bộ khan nên local mà sẽ thế, or cái mà nên là bộ local sẽ thế à, các bạn khan nên cái in về bộ rừng này, so don't hesitate to contact us or Lucy or said
we are like two peas in a pot anh ni tên này cho tập lang nên cái ni chú vang in tu mà mai giờ tụi cái nấm lẩu cho anh cái mình bê theo ni pon plantain bê theo lo ni pon Moises bê theo ni lo pon cái boss phải ta kan set the hin bê theo cho anh nín bê theo lo ni pon in patian poi lo
talk to God, she said.
If they cannot reach out, if they cannot reach the Tari, they can call me or you or Seth, or if they cannot reach anyone, maybe it will have to be God then.
They just have to be patient. We will call them back. Leave us a
that's
message.
For sure.
Leave us a message. Don't be shy. You know, we get a lot of calls. Sometimes people don't leave messages.
Yeah, sometimes we are in a meeting, you know, in something else.
You want to send a text message? That's fine too. Just we will follow up with you. We will help you out.
Okay, ato beratan cuan ke number ka 515-577-1344 niya. Emite panhi hianin intun lo oil cho mình non cái cái tu mi nè bắt tới lo cái này là.
All right.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Please like and subscribe this channel. Please subscribe Seth Walker Real Estate. Okay. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.